This isn't exactly where I wanted to be in this process. This video was originally supposed to be pretty energetic. Started off as the video where the car was going to start. Finally got everything set up, finally got everything wired, finally got a base map, plug everything in, and then before we even got a chance to try and start the car, ran into a whole bunch of issues with originally what seemed like wiring. Slowly becoming my favorite thing ever. This car has had so many wiring issues. I did finally get this to happen. If you guys have been following along with the build, you know that I've had a ton of trouble trying to get this dash to work. Check this out. What? Yeah, seeing that thing light up, definitely a high point. But as it turns out, changing a whole bunch of things on a car all at once and then having an issue leads to a whole lot of troubleshooting, which is what I've spent the last probably week doing. And since this was supposed to originally be a startup video, I figured instead what I can do is use this opportunity in this week's video to sort of run you through and teach you what I learned while I was troubleshooting. I do want to preface this by saying I probably still don't know a lot, but over the last week of trying to troubleshoot and figure out exactly what's going on with this car, I did learn quite a bit. Let me show you. So when we got the ECU put in, everything plugged in, hooked up the laptop, got the base map loaded up, we had a number of sensors that were not giving us any feedback. Throttle position sensor, pedal position sensor, fuel pressure sensor, oil pressure sensor, and map sensor. I sort of didn't know how all of these sensors work, but I think now I do. So on the ECU, you can see this plug here has this bundle of green wires. One wire comes out of the ECU and ties together with a whole bunch of other wires, and then all of those wires branch out and go feed a whole bunch of sensors, and they feed those sensors 5 volts coming from the ECU. And then on those sensors, they have 2 other wires on them. So 3 wires total on each of these sensors. There is a sensor ground, which also comes from the ECU, that 5-volt wire that we talked about. And then that sensor has an output wire that then feeds information back to the ECU. We'll make it really easy to understand and just use a 0 to 100 psi pressure sensor. What the ECU is doing is sending that sensor 5 volts. That sensor then uses that 5 volts to send a percentage of it back to the ECU. So if a sensor is set up where 0 volts equals 0 psi and 5 volts equals 100 psi, if that sensor is getting 5 volts and from whatever source it's getting its pressure from, it's seeing 50 psi, it's going to send back 2.5 volts. So 50% of the voltage that it's getting. If it's seeing 100 psi, it's going to send back all 5 volts. And if it's getting 0 psi, it's going to send back 0 volts. And everything in between. I eventually traced it down to all of those sensors are 5-volt sensors. There are other sensors in the car that don't work off of 5 volts, they work off of 12 volts, and all of those ones were working properly. So I've basically tracked it down to having to be this 5-volt source. The troubleshooting process consisted of me checking to see if there was 5 volts coming out of the ECU at the pin that should be feeding all the sensors, and there was not. Start from scratch, unplug all of the 5-volt sensors, then test again, and this time it was putting out 5 volts. So I know that the ECU is working properly. From there, start plugging in sensors one at a time. Plug in the map sensor, check to make sure there's 5 volts coming out of the ECU, still good to go. Plug in the next sensor, still 5 volts, good to go. Plug in the oil sensor, and I lose the 5 volts coming from the ECU. Next step is come out to the engine harness and make sure that I'm seeing 5 volts at the connector so that I know that that 5 volts is making it all the way to the sensor. When I do that, I still have 5 volts. Pull the sensor out, check the pins in the sensor. Turns out my brand new oil pressure sensor has some type of short inside of it that was messing up the entire system. that is a pretty condensed version of all of the stuff that I had to do to try and figure out what exactly was going on with this car and why all of those sensors weren't working. Some of those sensors, very important to get the car to start. The throttle position sensor, the pedal position sensor, the map sensor, all of those things the car uses in order to run. Which brings us to where we are now, which is the car is basically ready to fire up. Now, I am waiting to get in touch with the tuner of the car so that I can have him on the phone once it starts up so that we can make sure that everything is lined up, good to go, and then I can start doing some tests on the car to make sure everything is good. We need to make sure that the fuel's not leaking, we need to do a compression test, boost leak test, all the things to make sure the car is ready to go on the dyno. Which reminds me that it's really crunch time right now because this car does have an appointment in just 2 weeks to be on the dyno, ready to make some power. So, hang out, subscribe, be my friend. Plus, you'll get to see how much power this car makes. And we're taking it on a road trip to get tuned. So stay tuned.
I just wanna see you dance.